Hi, and welcome to my bridge videos. I play in live tournaments on BridgeBase Online and record my thoughts as I tackle each bid and play. After the tournament is over, I go back and add my results and a postmortem of each hand. Enjoy! Okay, on no trump seems 15, 16, 17 high card points. I have good clubs also. It wouldn't be outrageous to open one club and rebid two no trump, but the queen doubleton of spades is a little bit of a liability, so one no trump it is. That's a transfer to hearts, and I can show a balanced maximum, or I can show, let's see what two spades shows. So I could show this as a balanced maximum with four hearts. I don't necessarily want to do that. Stick with two hearts. Okay. Okay. Well, they got off to a trump lead, which appears to be their best lead. It appears to be their best lead because now I'm not going to be able to ruff any spades in my hand, although perhaps leading two diamonds and then a trump would have been better. But I mean, I'll do what I can. I'll take my discard. Yeah, I'm not super keen on trying more clubs. Yeah, I would much rather play on spades. Okay. Well, now they are establishing my clubs for me. It's getting to be a little more tempting. Okay, well. Let's see, what's next? Okay, I can lead a club and force him to ruff. Then I'll over ruff. Then I'll lead a spade and lose. Looks like I can make three. So if I make three, that's four more tricks from here. But of course, I can always take three in hearts. But I can't always do that. So it looks like that's the right strategy to do. Okay, now I'm going to rough this high so that if we're roughing this high so that if he later plays a heart, I'll be able to win it in my hand and cash my good club. But my club might not be good, right? My club is good. Should I just discard on this one? I need to go back and think for a minute. So my 8 of clubs is not going to be good. I never saw the 9. They did discard a spade. Start to over rough and lead a spade. Okay. Okay, well, the Queen of Diamonds is now good. So we'll have to lose one more heart no matter what. But we'll still make 3, which was our goal. Okay. Okay. Note that if he had ducked the first spade, I was going to play the 9, They could have gotten another spade trick. The results on board 7 was in 2 hearts making 3 for 86%. And the scores were all over the place. Although a lot of people did play in heart contracts, they just made a totally different amount. The people that got the top score played in 4 hearts and made it. 93% for 2 hearts making 4, and then I was in the 2 hearts making 3 group for 86%. But note that 2 hearts making 2, 69%, and 2 hearts down. A lot of people managed to go down, and they were in the 39% group. But some people down multiple tricks. 4 hearts down 3, 10 people. So people played in different levels. And the reason for that would be in the bidding is how you evaluated the south hand. I think most people opened a no trump, although I did talk about it's close to being good enough to open 1 club planning on rebidding 2 no trump, but the queen doubleton of spades is a little bit of a liability. You don't have a spade stopper, and if you're going to be aggressive and upgrade, you really should be upgrading hands that have no flaws, whereas this one has a clear flaw. So I think the vast majority of people would open 1 no trump, then partner transfer to diamonds. Now you have to decide about a super accept. If you'd had a 4th heart, then a super accept would be a crystal clear bid. But without a 4th heart, then you have to consider what your choices are. And you don't have, in the bidding system here, you don't have a super accept that shows only 3 card support. Your bid, you could bid 2 spades over 2 diamonds. You could bid 2 spades, and that would show a doubleton spade and a maximum hand, which you have, but it would also show a 4th heart, which you don't have. So that is one critical factor of not bidding 2 spades. You could also bid over 2 diamonds. You could also bid 2 no trump, which would show 4 hearts and 3, 3, 3, a balanced super accept. That would be a possibility as well. But I didn't have either of those, and you saw me check through the bids to see what my bids would show, because I do have a maximum hand, and I do have exceptionally good hearts. The problem is that both of my queens on the outside are unsupported, and those queens may not carry their full weight because they are unsupported. So notice, for example, that the queen of diamonds does not take a trick, and that the queen of spades does not take a trick. Now, it was useful because partner had the jack, but your unsupported queens don't rate to have exceptional value or some reason to upgrade them. Your club suit, however, is very good, and that is a reason to upgrade your hand. So most of this took place in the bidding, and the reason there were contracts were all over the place is that so many people chose to bid the south hand in a different manner. So if we go on to the play, a trump lead. Again, a trump lead was good for their side because now I'm going to have a problem roughing spades. My plan, of course, is to establish dummy spades and use them. I could rough in the dummy, but because dummy is not the short trump hand, it doesn't gain me any tricks. Right? In order to gain tricks, we need to rough in the short trump hand. It's usually the dummy, but in the case of a transfer auction, here's a transfer auction. Now we'll want to rough in our own hand. So my goal was to rough a spade in my hand. So tricks 2 and 3, I went ahead and took my diamond discard because it was there. And now my plan was to work on spades. I was going to lead the 2 of spades to the 9 and finesse. And had West been able to play low, then I would have lost the 3rd spade trick. Or the jack of spades would not have been a winner because my plan was to play the 2 of spades to the 9. But when I led the 2 of spades, and this is why you don't lead the queen, but when I led the spade, they took the king. So that was good for me. So really that might have been a trick that I'm going to get there that I might not have gotten otherwise. So they cashed their diamond, and then they played a club. This was a very unusual club play in my eyes. But it did allow their partner to discard a spade, so that was good. And I roughed it in dummy, and then I suddenly thought that my clubs were going to be good,
So I made a mistake and I led the heart to the ace. Clear mistake. I definitely should have gone ahead and led another spade. I almost certainly would have made 4 if I'd done that, so I feel that I cost myself a trick when I played a heart to the ace, but I had miscounted clubs, believing both my clubs were good, and that I was going to draw trump and use my clubs mistakenly. So then when that showed out and I realized that I couldn't cash clubs, I led a club. Took me a while to work out what to do, but I over roughed, and then I led a spade. Note now that West can't lead the 4 of hearts because dummy is good. So West correctly led the king of diamonds, and that guaranteed West one more trump trick. So I was in dummy, and I can't get to my hand to draw trump. So I just led the jack of spades, discarded, and then the last 2 in my hand were good, making 3.
I hope you found the video entertaining. You can watch other bridge videos on the YouTube channel, Fantastic Bridge Cruises and Land Adventures. You can find more info about me on my website, kevinbwilson.com, and you can see all about our upcoming engagements by liking our Facebook page, Fantastic Bridge Cruises.